Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Kansas City Royals rebuild here on MLB The Show 23. It's the best time of the year. It is July. It is All-Star festivities. It is Home Run Derby, trade deadline. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Everybody loves this, and all Kansas City Royals fans are loving it as well because the boys are 7 games up on rival Guardians and have a 56-30 record as we head into the break. Our team is absolutely dominating. Brady Singer's having a Cy Young caliber season. Logan Webb is right there with him. Freddie Peralta's right there with him. And Sasaki's struggling a little bit, but still having a good enough season to get the job done. Yuri Perez, the only guy that I'm a little bit concerned about because he's almost got a 5 ERA, so he's really getting hit around. But the team is performing well enough around him. They've gotten him 4 wins and 2 losses, so I don't know. Yuri Perez is going to be an interesting one. The thing that I'm thinking about doing, I don't think we're going to be making many moves at the deadline this year. But the thing that I'm thinking about doing is maybe moving Asa Lacy to a different team because I think he's got good value. Putting Yuri Perez in the bullpen to replace Asa Lacy as our long relief guy, and then having a new starter that's a little bit more consistent as our 5th guy. And if we go to the trade block, there are some interesting guys here. It looks like the guy actually, the guy that I was thinking about, I think got traded earlier because I don't see him anymore unless I just am thinking of somebody else. I don't know, but there's not really a starting pitcher that I trust here. I mean, we go with like, where's the first pitcher I saw? Robbie Ray, former Cy Young winner, but at this point he's 34 and he's a 79 overall and he's going down. And he's not having that good of a year, so that's not what I want to do. So we'll have to probably make our own trade if we want to do a trade. And Asa Lacy's got decent value. I mean, look at that. That's a little over a bar and a half. Or not a bar and a half. It's a little over 1 bar. And if we throw somebody else in there with him, maybe, I might have taken a picture of a possible trade. Let me take a look here. No, it doesn't. Okay. So I must have been thinking of something else. I know that recently I've taken pictures of possible trades I wanted to do, but that must have been previous. Well, we can go through here. I think last episode I talked about potential guys I was looking at, and there was one guy in particular that I was intrigued by. Was it George Kirby? I don't think it was George Kirby. It wasn't Spencer. I mean, I'd love to have Spencer Strider, but it wasn't Spencer Strider. Not Zach Wheeler. It's crazy that Zach Wheeler's 35 years old. I remember when he was coming in the league for the Mets. That's insane. Who was it that I was interested in? I might have to go back and watch that last video just to see what I was talking about. Because I know that there was a guy that I mentioned who I was possibly interested in. Obviously, it'd be Shane McClanahan, but we're not going to be able to get him. It wasn't Tristan McKenzie. I don't think it was either one of these guys. Was it Cal Quantrill? Maybe it was Cal Quantrill. Or no, I think it was Joe Ryan, actually. I think it actually was Joe Ryan. Okay. So Joe Ryan probably was that sounds familiar. Okay. He's having an okay year, 8-5 with a 4.19. I'd like to see the ERA down a little bit lower, but I mean, look at that value. We just have to throw somebody else that really doesn't mean much. Maybe like maybe somebody a little bit more valuable than that. Who could I throw in that we don't really value? We don't really care about. It'd probably have to be another relief pitcher, or it'd have to be a relief pitcher. I probably could get away with giving up you and you. I could give up both of these guys and not really be too fussed about it. Or maybe I could give it, Steven, 2 deep potential guys that aren't going to be anything. Oh, maybe Cody Petit. Yeah, there we go. 2 guys that are making too much money to be where they are. Mike Mayers, not Mike Myers. He hasn't played in the bigs in 4 years ever since we had him here. And then Cody as well, who hasn't been in the big leagues since we had him here, but they're making too much money, and they're not good, and they're old. So that's probably going to be the trade that we do for Joe Ryan. We grab him when he's on a hot streak. He's getting hot. Maybe he can lower that ERA, but he's a B potential guy, only 29. And I think we can get that done. So that's probably going to be the only trade that we do. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But let's keep simulating here, get to the All-Star break, and see if we have anybody participating in either the game or the Home Run Derby. I don't think anybody in the Home Run Derby. Maybe we have Bo Bichette. Who's got the most home runs on the team? Bo's got 20. Juan Soto's only got 10, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, Bo's only got 20, so he'd be the only one who would have a shot at participating. I don't think he is. So let's keep simulating. Taking on the White Sox here. All-star game for the futures. First-year player draft. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, we got the draft as well. Okay, so we're obviously picking last in the draft because we just won the World Series. So all the guys that I scouted are pretty much around that spot, except for obviously Caleb James is ranked pretty high in Major League by the Major League Baseball team. But most of these guys I scouted are projected to go around where we're gonna pick. So we need to figure out who our number one guy is. Is it Philip DaCosta? He's a third baseman that's really good contact. He's gonna be a project in terms of development, but he's young. He's 6'4". He could turn into something, but are we at the point where we want to take on a guy that's a project? I don't know. I don't know if we want to do that because we've also are in that winning window where we want to win as many championships as possible, but it could be a good idea to take a guy like Philip DaCosta, have him just grow for the next couple years, and then when we enter our rebuild phase, quote unquote, our second rebuild phase, he would already be pretty much ready to go. That's a possibility. I don't know if that's gonna how it works out, but that's a possibility. We've got John Elam. We could always use starting pitching. It's never a problem to get starting pitching, and he looks like he's gonna be a good walks per 9 guy, which is good in simulation. You want to have a high walks per 9 in simulation. You also want to have a high hits per 9, and it doesn't look like he has that. So that's an intriguing one. Terrell Lopez, 5'8" center fielder. I really don't want to get another short center fielder. We have a bunch of those already. So I'm going to stick away from him. He looks like he's just fast and a good defender. So we're going to stay away from Terrell Lopez. Caleb James, he's a 5'9" right fielder. Why are there so many short players in the... I want at least like a 6-foot guy. He looks like he's going to be good contact right off the bat. And good vision. And decent speed. So he's more of a... He's not a power guy, it doesn't seem like. Damian Averill, he looks pretty solid. And he's 6'3". He looks like he could be ready sooner than a lot of these other guys because his potential is 73 to 88, so that's a pretty like close gap. And then his overall is 63 to 78. So if he gets down like a season in AA or AAA, he could be ready to go sooner than later. James Song is a big shortstop, but he can't really do anything. He's good speed at 6'4", but he's not good hitting. He's not good power-wise. He's not even good discipline-wise. He's barely good fielding. All he is fast. So if we want a guy that's off the bench speed, then James Song's our guy, but I'm not taking him in the first round, that's for sure. We do have 2 first-round picks because we have a, I'm guessing that's a compensation pick, whatever. The word, you know the word. Mario Batista. Ooh, Mario Batista looks like the most well-rounded, ready-to-go guy. I'm intrigued by him. He looks pretty good. All of his present stats look pretty good as well. I'm intrigued by Mario Batista. He could be our guy. He's ranked 15. I don't know if he'll be there, but he looks pretty good. Orlando Blanco. I confused both his middle or his last and first name. He's not good hitting wise. I'm going to probably stay away from him. Gil Garcia, hello. Gil Garcia, a first baseman with power and contact. Gil Garcia, what's he ranked? 29th? He might be there. That'd be the first guy that I'm going to add to our board. We're going to add to the draft queue because Gil Garcia, I know he's a first baseman. We have a lot of people at first base, but he also play right field. And you know what? Maybe we could train him to be something else. We could probably train him. He's got good fielding. Maybe he could play third base. You never know. Maybe he could play second. No, he probably can't play second base. His speed is not there for second base. But he could play DH. He could probably even play... What's his reaction time? His reaction time's not great. He can't play catcher. We could train him to play third base or why can he play right? He's not fast. Why can he play right field? I don't know. Whatever. But Gil Garcia we'll keep in mind. We've got Felipe Dominguez, 6'2" catcher. I am intrigued by him because he's got good contact. And he could be our future backup catcher or our future franchise catcher after Salvi is gone. We've got Jared Payton, who looks pretty solid. Looks like he throws gas right off the rip, too. His present stat for pitch velocity is 94.99. I'm intrigued just because of that. We're going to add him to the draft board. Brett McKay, good contact, Good fielding, good defensive catcher. Looks like a really solid all-around catcher. And he's projected to go in the 50s, or at least that's his rank. So he would be gone by the next pick in the 3rd round. So if we're going to take him, we have to take him that second first-round pick. I don't know if we want to. I'll put him on the board just in case, but Guadalupe Perez doesn't really have any redeeming qualities. He's got good power against lefties in the future, but I'm not really interested in that. Charlie Taylor, second baseman, who can pretty much do a lot of stuff at the plate. Put him on the board. He's an intriguing one. Then we've got Darren Sears, who has really good contact, really good vision, and really good speed. He's not a power guy, but he can play all the outfield spots, and he's projected on our board 75th, but he's ranked in the top 25 for Major League Baseball. That's another interesting one. Then our last guy that we scouted is Giancarlo Marquez, who is a left fielder that can't do anything, so we're going to stay away from him. I'm also going to put Felipe DaCosta on the board just in case, so don't forget about him. But those are kind of the guys that I'm thinking about drafting, so we'll go into this this draft period, and we'll see who falls to us at pick 30. I'm hoping it's Gil Garcia, because right off the bat, Gil Garcia looks like the best guy that we have on our board. But if he's not there, then maybe Darren Sears would be the best option, but maybe not for a first-round pick. Or like for our first-round pick. I also like Jared Payton, so I'm thinking these two guys right off the bat are our 2 first-round picks, Gil Garcia and Jared Payton. They've also, Gil Garcia's potential caps at 85, which is a little concerning. Payton's caps at 88. We don't have anybody that is capped at like 90-something except for DaCosta. But like we've seen in the Mets series, just because they have a cap at like a high 90 or something doesn't mean they're going to get that. So we can kind of ride in. That's what happens when you win a World Series. You don't get the best draft picks. So let's go to the draft, see who the first 3 picks are by the bad teams in the major leagues, and then we will ride it from here with our guys. So let's start drafting. The Rockies have the first overall pick in the Major League Draft. Are they going to get the next Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, Giancarlo Stanton? Who are they going to get? They got a tiny guy. Who is this? This is Will Walton. He was projected first by everybody. We didn't scout him at all because we knew we had no shot at getting him, but he's a starting pitcher, and he's now a Colorado Rocky. Who's up next? Who's up next? They've got themselves, it is the Twins, and they have a guy, Anthony Kretlow. Okay, starting pitcher as well, so pitching going off the board quickly here. Will it be a 3rd straight pitcher taken by the 3rd team in the draft? It is the Nationals taking a big body guy. This got to be a hitter. He's got to be. He's a 3rd baseman, Bennett Horn. Reaching a little bit are the Nationals. He was ranked number 5 and they took him. They must have saw something in him that they liked. All right, I kind of want to simulate to our pick, but then again, what if Gil Garcia, I mean, we can't trade up, so it's not like we can affect anything. Johnny Ramirez goes, he's another starting pitcher, and he was ranked 21st. He must have some good value because, I mean, right off the bat, he looks good, but that's because we didn't scout him, so we don't know anything about him. Steven Sizemore, he was ranked 10th. Where is the number 2 player? The number 2 player is right, like around here, Albert Reyes, and he doesn't have any, he's a good defensive catcher, or defensive shortstop, but he's not very good. Luis Castillo, what's he doing back in the draft? The Reds are up now. They take Enrique Zamora. Okay, that looks like a good player, but obviously, we didn't scout him, so we don't know anything about him. He could be bad, but he looks good from what we can see right there. Anthony Sposato, what a name that is. 22nd player? I'm a little worried that our guy's not going to get there. If they're taking guys in the 20s in the top 10, I'm a little bit worried that our guy's not going to get there. 51? What are the Pirates doing? He was ranked 51st. He does have 75 to 99 potential, but again, we haven't scouted him, so we don't know if that's true or not. But why would they take a guy that's projected to go in the 50s? They could get him in the 2nd round if they really wanted him. I don't know if we're safe to get Gil Garcia or Jared Payton. But if we go to the, here we go, the competitive, that's what it's called, the competitive balance round. We have another pick right there. That's where we're hopefully going to take Jared Payton if he's still on the board. J.J. Lindsay gets taken by the Brew Crew. Looks solid as a pitcher. Again, didn't scout him, so we don't know anything about him. All these guys could be very bad, but we'll never know because we didn't scout him. Waylon Reeder, hardly know her. He goes to the Tigers. Then we've got John Elam. We did scout John Elam. We had him ranked 8th on our board, 28th in Major League Baseball. He was the guy that I was interested in at the start, but not really interested in. So first guy off our board goes. That's not a bad thing because I was never really going to draft him. Terrell Lopez, I remember him. He's the short center fielder. Yeah, he's 5'8". He looks good speed-wise, but I don't want to take another. We already have a ton of short center fielders. Damian Averill goes. We had him scouted. He was ranked 17th. He goes around where he's supposed to go. Alfonso Reyes, 60 to 94. That is a wide gap for a starting pitcher. The Yankees are taking a huge risk there. Caleb James, we had him scouted. He was actually one of the guys that I was kind of intrigued by because of his contact, but he's also 5'9". So I'm trying to stay away from the shorter guys. There goes Philip DaCosta. They took him on potential alone. He was going to be my guy in the 3rd round if I could get him, but he goes 1st round, pick 19. Okay. Roger Fox heads to the Rangers. The Mets are up, our other team that we are involved with in the Legends series, and they take Gil Garcia. No! You gotta be kidding me. They take Garcia? Oh, I hate it here. Why? There goes Darren Sears. Is everybody on my board gonna go? I can't believe that Gil Garcia went. He was projected to go 29th. He should have been here with us. Juan Hernandez goes. Oh, that's unbelievable. I really hope that Gil Garcia is not good because it's going to be very upsetting if he is. Guadalupe Perez, another guy that we had scouted. All right, we're all in on Jared Payton now. We just got to hope that he makes it to us. He's got to get through the Guardians, Padres. There goes Tim Hayden. He's got to get through the Padres, Astros, Cardinals, and Dodgers. Because I don't think that Brett McKay or Charlie Taylor are 1st-round guys. I really don't. Dino? Campaneris? It could be Dino, I guess. I don't think it's Dino. That'd be a weird name. Astros take Otis Fodor, or Fedor. He's from Massachusetts, so it's probably Fodor. He looks pretty good, though. We didn't scout him. Mario Bautista, had him scouted. He looks pretty good as a pitcher. Was he on my board? No, he wasn't. I scouted him, but he looked pretty good. Probably would have taken him. Orlando Blanco goes, and now we do get Jared Payton. Man, I really wanted Gil Garcia. But Jared Payton, 6'1", 18 years old, from Ohio. Look at that. That's pretty nice. And he's got 88 as his cap for his potential. But remember, we've only got him 55% scouted. But he looks like the best guy that we have on the board, so we're going to take him. Bada bing, bada boom. Jared Payton, welcome to Kansas City. I'm hoping that you develop. All right, let's sim to the Royals pick. Brett McKay and Charlie Taylor are both here. Do we take Brett McKay? Let me just look at the prospects. Let me look at the prospects that are available. Here's James Song. You remember, he's just a fast guy. Felipe Dominguez is on the board. There's not a whole lot left that we have scouted fully that are on the board. Giancarlo Marquez is not the guy. Let's just say that. Charlie Taylor. Oh, he's going to be gone by the time we get up to our next pick. So we got to choose either between Brett McKay or Charlie Taylor. Who do we want? Because neither of them are going to be there when we come up again. So we kind of just got to choose who do we want. Do we want the catcher or do we want the second baseman? They're kind of similar. McKay has better contact and he has better fielding. A lot better fielding, actually. And his arm strength and arm accuracy is good. His power is decent, better than Charlie's. His contact is better. Actually, Charlie has more well-rounded contact. I think Brett McKay's the guy. We're going to take Brett McKay. Draft Brett McKay. I don't know if he's going to be good. Probably not, but he looks better than Charlie Taylor does. So I'm going to simulate to our next pick. Nobody is going to be available. There's going to be nobody that's good on our board. So we're just going to have to go for people that we think are going to be good, like Art Papp. Are there any guys that have a potential of 90? This guy's got a potential of 99, but his overall is garbage. So I do not want that. This guy, Nicholas Lawson, could be something. I just want to take guys that have potentials of 99 just so I can feel good about myself. Phil Diaz, 6'3" relief pitcher. His overall is garbage as well. Blake Vasquez, Josh Hutchinson, Eldon Rudy. There's no way he's that good in terms of his overall, but he is 23. I probably should stay away from that. Come on, there's got to be somebody left on the board that's pretty good. Brian Tran, maybe? Reggie Bellard, but we don't need another catcher. Let's go back up to the top. There's got to be somebody here that I would feel confident taking. Mario Francisco, 18, 5'10", first baseman. He's got good power. I doubt that's really what it is, but it's intriguing enough for me to take. So Marco Francisco, welcome to the team. I doubt that's really how good you're going to be, but maybe it is. All right, next up is round 4, and we've got Julio Avalos. I'm strictly just looking at like potentials now. I'm not looking at where they're ranked. I'm not looking at anything. Just straight looking at potentials. Josh Hutchinson intrigues me. He can't really do much except for be a speed guy, but I'm going to take him. Josh Hutchinson, welcome to Kansas City. He's 18 years old as well. He's probably going to be very bad, but he's on our team. Ricky Casey's got 99 potential, but we don't know that for true. Juan Baez, Alonso Valenzuela, or no, that's not even close. Valenzuela? Did I say it right the first time? I think I did. I don't know. I just had a stroke there for a second. I apologize. Who else is good? There's got to be somebody like this guy, Felix Gonzalez, but he can't do anything. He can just hit, or he can just has potential. What about Bart Evers? Just speed guy, but we don't need that anymore. I wouldn't be opposed to taking another pitcher. There's no more starting pitchers. Okay, obviously, I wouldn't be opposed to it now. Let's see. Who's the best guy on the board? That's the question. I don't know, because we don't know if these guys are even good because we don't know what they're scouted as. We got Lewis McMahon, Vince's son, Sam Ott, Edgar De La Rosa, Alvin Penn. Why are nobody wants first baseman? There's so many first basemen available. Take the first baseman. We're gonna take a relief pitcher. Who are the two relief pitchers? We've got Juan Baez and Dylan Bannister. Baez has the higher potential right now, so we're going to take him. Juan Baez, welcome to the team. We are not going to get anybody good here. Starting pitchers. It's all first baseman left. Are you serious? All right, we'll just take the guy with the highest potential. Matt Robles, welcome to the team. And that should be the rest of our picks. Yeah, we are the final pick. Okay, so that draft didn't go necessarily where I wanted it because we didn't get Gil Garcia, but we took hopefully our next future starting pitcher in Jared Payton. I'm hoping. All-star voting. We don't have any starters. That's a little upsetting. Do we have anybody that's going to make it? Brady Singer's going to make it as a starting pitcher. That's nice to see. Maybe Logan Webb would make it. That'd probably a little bit not going to happen. Relief pitchers, no. Closing pitchers, wow, where is he at? Camilo's not going to be making it. That's crazy. Catcher, Salvador, probably not. First base, no. Second base, no. Third base, De La Cruz, probably not. Shortstop, Bo Bichette will make it as a backup. Left field, Juan Soto will make it as a backup. Center field, Buxton, probably not. Right field, no. Morales is in conversations, but he's not going to make it. That's good to see, though. And so we're going to have a couple guys as backups, but no starters this year. Very interesting. All right, let's simulate to the home run derby. Oh, no, Morales, 1 to 2 weeks with the MCL sprain. That's not good. It's the home run derby from Orioles Park. Interesting. We don't have anybody participating in it, but I kind of want to be Matt Olson. I kind of want to be Matt Olson. So I'm going to go and play as Matt Olson. Let's get it started.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. 8 hitters will battle head-to-head in a single elimination bracket. In each round, the contestants will be given 4 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible. If a contestant hits 2 home runs 440 feet or further, they will earn an additional. Let's get.
All right, here we go. We're not going to watch Brian Reynolds play. It's kind of crazy to me that Jose Altuve is in the home run derby. Not just in the home run derby, he's the #1 seed. That's crazy. He goes up against Brian Reynolds, and Reynolds only hit 11 home runs. So we'll see how the little guy Altuve does. And remember, this isn't just like Jose Altuve nowadays. He's older now because we're like 4 seasons deep. So he beats Brian Reynolds by hitting 12. That's all he needed to do. CJ Cron is up next. He's the 5 seed, and he hits 15. So now Vladdy Jr. steps up, and Vladdy has to hit 16, and he only hits 11. So CJ Cron moves on. Michael Harris II is up. He's the guy that we're going up against, and he hits 17, of course. The guy that I'm going up against hits a lot. Okay, here we go. Matt Olson. I check swung on accident. That's my bad. Thought I pressed it. There we go. That's a bomb shot. We need to get those 440s, remember. Matt Olson, probably not anymore because we're so deep into this franchise that he's probably old. But, I mean, he made the All-Star team, so I was thinking about maybe having him be a guy that we trade for, but I don't know. Maybe he's less valuable since he's a little bit older. But I got to hit these home runs. I've only got 3 of them. We got basically 3 minutes to go. That should be gone. Oh, I went foul just at the last second. I am not doing. I'm hitting a couple that are at the warning track, just not enough power to go over the wall. There's no way I'm going to hit 17 of these things if I'm wasting a minute and a half hitting foul balls. Especially if I haven't earned bonus time yet. I've got about 2 minutes to hit a ton of home runs, and it's not gonna happen because I'm wasting too much time hitting foul balls. Maybe if this pitcher threw them right down Main Street, I would have a little bit better time. But I mean, look at all this wasted. I've probably wasted in total 2.5 minutes hitting foul balls. This isn't Foul Ball Simulator, and I'm nowhere close to getting 440. That wasn't even 440. Why did we have to come to Orioles ballpark? Why couldn't we be in like Great American or something? That was perfect, but it didn't go. Call a timeout last second. We got 40 seconds to go. We have to hit 2 home runs here that are 440 for bonus time. We're not going to have it. That's 423. I'm hitting them as hard as I possibly can, and they're just not going 440. That's 409. That one felt so good off the bat. We have to hit 7 in 5 seconds. It's not going to be possible, even with bonus time. 413. Matt Olson falls to Michael Harris II. And we are out. So now we've got Yordan Alvarez. He gets 17. Pete Alonso, the polar bear. How's he going to play? He has 18, so he moves on. Jose Altuve versus CJ Cron, and Cron will step up first in the second round. He hits 20 of those things. Okay, Altuve's got a big challenge ahead of him, but he should be fresh, and he's not fresh enough. He only hit 12. I don't know how he made it to the home run derby as the 1 seed. I don't know how he did if he's only hitting 12. Harris hits 15 on his side. Now Pete Alonso has to hit 16 if he wants to move on, and he does hit 16. So it's CJ Cron versus Pete Alonso for the Derby crown. Cron hits 18. Pete Alonso has to hit 19 home runs to get another home run derby championship. And he does! Pete Alonso, another home run derby for the polar bear. He's just the best. He's just the best at doing it. He hit 18, 16, and 19. And that is your home run derby for this year. What was it, 2025, I think? 2026? I think it's 2026. And now it's time for the All-Star game. Remember, we don't have any starters, but we do have some backups. So we'll play the full game. And we've got to pick Oriole Ballpark so that we can have it in the right stadium. Orioles, quick counts. Aaron Nola's here, but Brady Singer does make it. That's nice to see. As the second pitcher, too. We don't have anybody else. We don't have any closing pitcher or any bullpen guys. So we just have one pitcher in Brady Singer. And then for the guys in the lineup, we have Bo Bichette and Juan Soto. So we have 3 All-Stars all together, all on the backup spot. But hey, 3 All-Stars is 3 All-Stars. let's get it started here. And since we don't have any starters, we're only going to quick manage and play when our guys come up. So that's how this is going to work.
Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show brings you the MLB All-Star Game. It's the National League All-Stars taking on the American League All-Stars. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Singy, always special when we get together to call the All-Star Game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these all-star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Aaron Nola. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Yeah, Boog, when you're a teammate of a guy.
Okay, here we go. Quick manage to when we need to get into the game. Aaron Nola versus Michael Harris. National League doesn't score anything, so we go to the bottom of the first. Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the American League, or for the National League, excuse me. Nola back up, doesn't allow anything there. And now it's time for a pitching change, and this is where we get to jump in for the first time because Brady Singer is up. So we have to go up against Xander Bogaerts. But we get ourselves... Brady Singer is having a great year, by the way. I don't know why he's pitching so well, but he is pitching really well. And maybe has an argument for the ace of this team. I talk about how Roki Sasaki and Brady Singer like ace 1A and 1B. But with Sasaki's kind of down year, I guess, and Brady Singer having an all-star season, maybe Brady has that case. Maybe he's got the case to be the best pitcher on this team. I don't know. We've also got some other good pitchers like Freddie Peralta and Logan Webb, who are pretty solid. I don't know how it's not a strike, but whatever. Verdugo sends that one foul. It's 2-2. Can we get him out on a strikeout here to end the inning? I would love to see it. No, he's going to get on base. That's going to get past Rosario and shortstop into left field. So Singer does allow a hit. Unfortunate. Ronald Acuna. Got to go up against him, and that's called strike two. That's what I wanted against Verdugo. Here comes the slider, and he barely gets a piece of it. He tipped. Let's go with a fastball right down the middle. Fouls it off. All right, circle change down low. See if we can get him. Caught off guard. He barely gets a piece of it again. And I'm going to throw him some stinky cheese. Up in the zone. He doesn't chase after it. How do you not go after that? That was so enticing. The slider got him, though. Strike three. Brady Singer gets himself a strikeout in the All-Star game. Congratulations to Brady. Good job, home boy. Walker Buehler comes in, but we're back to quick counting, and we got a run. You love to see it. Brady Singer's day is done in the All-Star game, unfortunately. Shane McClanahan comes up. We've got a new pitching change. It's going to be Jack Leiter. Hardly know her. Shane Bieber came up. Tony Gonsolin. We're starting to get into the part where we need to change our guys. Jordan Montgomery will come in. And I think it's time to pinch hit for some people. So Vladdy is the first up. He will get pinch hit for Matt Olson. Jameson Taillon, and an error, he's on base. Trout will get pinch hit for, let's see. We have three shortstops, so probably one of them needs to pinch hit. So let's have Carlos Correa pinch hit. Aaron Judge will come out for Luis Robert. Strikeout. Yordan Alvarez will come out for Juan Soto, and that is my cue to step in. So Juan Soto is up to the plate with 2 outs, 1-2 count, and a runner on first. Soto down low, circle, is a ball. We don't have a lot of speed out there on first. We got Matt Olson. We'll see if Soto can do some damage here. Juan Soto! That was pretty up in the zone, pretty close to him. He tied me up a little bit there. But I was hoping maybe I could push that for a big double or something. Okay, similar spot, a little bit lower in the zone. But again, same result. A foul ball down the right field line. So I would appreciate if you threw one a little less like throwing it right at my face. I got good contact on that, but not good enough. Mookie. He makes the play. All right, let's quick manage. Montgomery is out, and we will bring in, let's bring in TJ Antone because I think he was the first relief pitcher to make it, so like the most votes. So we'll do that. And then we've got ourselves some more pinch hit scenarios. Anthony James can come in. Sure, I don't know who Anthony James is, but he can come in. Edwin Diaz is in now. J-Ram will get substituted out for probably Glaber? It probably has to be Glaber, right? I guess it could be Gunnar Henderson. That might make more sense. Yeah, let's do it. Gunnar Henderson comes in to play third base. And he walks, nice. Then we got Tyler Stevenson. He'll come out for Alejandro Kirk. Single. Now we're starting to cook a little bit here. Julio Rodriguez will come in for whoever that was. Was that, I forgot who it was. Was it Seti Mullins? I think it was. And he pops out, unfortunate. Rosario will get pinch hit for Bo Bichette, and that's our cue to come in. So Bo Bichette makes his first appearance in a 1-0 ball game. And Bo Bichette, unfortunately, will end the inning right there. Not what you want to see from your Kansas City Royals. Okay, a little unfortunate, but they're starting to bring guys in now. We will bring in a pitching change for probably David Bednar. And we will pitch. There we go. Matt Olson can stay in probably. We should probably get Tyler Soderstrom in, so let's substitute Tyler Soderstrom in. He gets out, or he gets on a single, and then we will keep Carlos Correa in as the DH, Luis Robert, and now we're up again with Juan Soto. We got bases loaded, nobody out, and a full count to Juan Soto. This is a dangerous spot for Ryan Helsley to be in. Is he gonna walk me? I think I've got green light. Nope, red light. That's a walk. That's a run for the American League. You love to see it. But that's where we jump back out. Anthony James double play. And now it's Gunnar Henderson's time. 2 runs scored for Henderson on the double. It's 4-0. They bring in Paul Sewald. Kirk gets on base. Rodriguez has a fielder's choice, and that is that inning. That's unfortunate. Felix Bautista will come in. Pinch hits. And you know what? Let's jump in to finish the game. I know Bautista's not our player, but there's only one more out left to go in the game, so we might as well finish it here with a big strikeout. Oh, man. How are you not swinging at that, Ozzy? We'll give him a splitter, see if he goes after this. Oh, that's a ball and a walk for Ozzy Albies. Brady Nash is up. He's got a 1-1. I have not thrown a strike with Felix Bautista. I need to calm down. Let's get the control under there. There it is. Finally, a strike. All right, now that I got the strike out of the way, I'm throwing some sneaky cheese. Brady Nash can't handle it. Oh, my God. How do you not chase that? How do you have that much discipline? Albies is running, and that's going to be a walk. Am I throwing this game? I might have to simulate out of this just so that it's not a loss for the American League. What is Batista doing? Oh, my God. Hold on. Felix. No. Warm up, Emmanuel Clase, mound visit, bullpen. Clase's coming in. I'm not having this. We're not losing this game because Felix Bautista is not accurate. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You see that lack of movement on that cutter? Uh-oh. Is he going? Nobody goes. I would have been surprised, but nobody goes. Slider got a little bit out of control here. Full count cutter. Hardly know her. Come on, Clase. Get the job done. All you need is one strike. He got it. No, he swung. You clearly saw him swing. You clearly saw that man swing that bat. That is unbelievable. I've got to be super careful here that I don't lose this game. Because I'm going to feel real bad if I lose this game. How did Tyler O'Neill make contact with that? The world may never know. Here comes a slider. That's got to be the pitch. It's not. It's another full count. I am in dangerous territory right here. Fastball, I walked a run in. I just walked a run in. You know what? Screw it. I don't care. I don't care. Pitch, fielder's choice, game over. For some reason, I could not throw accurate strikes with those guys. We allowed one run, so the shutout doesn't happen. But we're just going to forget about that, okay? Brady Singer gets the win. Let's go, baby. A Kansas City Royal wins the All-Star game for the boys. You love to see it. Our guys at the plate didn't do too much, but hey, Brady Singer gets a win in an All-Star game. How many pitchers can say they've done that? Probably as long as they had the All-Star game. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So now it's time to simulate to the trade deadline and finish the month of July. We've got the Angels and Cubbies on the road. Let's go and play those games. Guzman is injured. Today's the day to sign draft picks. Here it is, boys. How good are the draft picks that we got? Probably not too good. Let's see. Priority number 1. Oh, it's not time to see him. That's right. I thought this was the time we could see him. That's my bad. I built it up for nothing. Actually, Jared Payton does not have any interest in signing with us. We can offer Brett McKay our 2nd round pick. Let's offer him about $214. And he decided to sign with us, so our 2nd round pick, well, technically our 1st round pick, but he was our competitive balance pick. He gets taken and signed. And we will put in Juan Baez, but he's already interested, so we can sign him. And we'll give him about $471. He decided to sign. Juan Baez, welcome to the team. Then we've got nobody else super interested, so we will put Josh Hutcherson in there. But we can't sign any more players, so that is that. And we don't sweep the Angels. That's kind of upsetting. Another day to sign draft picks. Where are they at? Here they are. 30%, 29%, 41%. Come on, Peyton. Why you gotta be like that? That'd just be the thing, right? That we can't sign. We can't sign Peyton because he's not interested in this, but he's our 1st round pick. The Pirates are offering me Chad Fernandez, who is a 23-year-old, 67 overall C potential prospect for Coleman McAlpin, who is a B potential 21-year-old. I am gonna say no to that. Sorry, Pittsburgh. Another day, we sweep the Cubs, by the way, so I don't know if I mentioned that, but we do sweep the Cubs. Sign draft picks, 33%, 31%. Oh my God, nobody is interested in us. Sign with me. Please. I'm not asking for that much. None of these guys are super interested, so we're going to be in a big spot. Remember, August 1st is the last time we can sign. So we got 2.5 weeks, or a week and a half, basically. Braves situation, okay. Byron Buxton, torn rotator cuff, 6 months. Oh no. Oh no. Byron Buxton tears his rotator cuff when he's having a pretty good season. I mean, he's slugging .537. Oh no. Oh no. That is not good. We lose Byron Buxton for the season and probably a little bit into next year as well. Wow, that is not what I wanted to see. That is not what I wanted to see at all. Greg Quintana is going to have to step up. Oh, baby Jesus, that is not good. We are going to have to make a move for a center fielder because I don't want or trust Greg Quintana to play center fielder for us in the big moments. He's not ready yet. Yeah, he's a 79. He's not ready yet. Oh no. That's not good. Alexis Diaz, I think, was one of the guys I was interested in. Shut up. That's my Alexa, if you can't hear it. Alexa, I get it. Alexa, shut up. Thank you. Jeez. Okay, so I'm going to avoid saying his name so that doesn't go off again. So Diaz is the guy I was interested in. But we got to look at a center fielder now. That's not something I was looking at. Oh, no. I am not happy. We have to assign draft picks, right? Nobody's interested. Oh, you got to be just kidding me. You got to just be having a laugh right now. I'm not going to be able to sign these guys, am I? I'm just not going to have the time. Let me remove him. Is the other guy interested? No, he's not. I'm just not going to have the time to sign these guys. They're going to go away because I can't sign them. That's crazy. And we get swept by the White Sox. That cannot happen. So 39%, 35%. I'm not going to be able to sign. He has to get to 50%. That's crazy. We got to make a move now. We got to make a move now for a center fielder. Who do we go for? Who's having a good enough season? George Valera? Not really. Obviously, Mike Trout. We're not going to be able to get Mike Trout. Look at that value he's got. Julio Rodriguez just made the All-Star team. So did Luis Robert. Michael Harris just made the All-Star team. Michael Harris would be cool. Smooth Jazz? I'm intrigued. What's his contract? He's going to be a free agent. Little rental? Little rental for Smooth Jazz? Jackson Chourio? He actually has a similar value to what Jazz has. Colton Cowser? Oh, this is not what I wanted to be put into. I didn't want to be put in a spot like this. Who do we even have to give up? Are we going to have to dip into our prospect pool to get a rental? Are we really going to have to dip into our prospect pool to get a rental? Is this where we get rid of Lou Walls? It probably is. I've been talking about possibly moving on from Lou Walls. This is probably where we do it because he's got good enough value to make it happen. But who else do we throw into this package? I don't even really know. Who do we give up? Is this where we give up Carter? Probably not. He's not going to move the needle that much. We have good closing pitcher depth. Oh, this is not where I wanted to be. Ace Lacy doesn't even move the needle that much. Do we have to give him a top prospect like Gavin Williams or Kumar Rocker? Oh no, I did not want to be in this spot where we need to get a center fielder. First off, do we even know if Jazz is the guy? Is Jazz the guy that we want? Because I think... Who's having the better year? Kumar's having the better year. Is Jazz even the guy? That's the question. We could go for like Brandon Nimmo. Brennan Davis, not having that great of a year at all. Not really even worth getting. Jackson Chourio, he's a more attainable guy, but do I want him? I don't know. Because we also have to think, I mean, we get Brian Reynolds. He just made the All-Star team, but he's making way too much money for that. Drew Jones, he's actually in Major League Baseball. I didn't realize that. He's not having a good year. Tyler O'Neill, James Outman. Oh, why? Why have they put me in such a bad spot? Leody Taveras, not hitting too well. Jesus Sanchez, interesting. Josh Lowe is injured. He tore his MCO. So they're in a bad spot too. They're starting Brock Jones. Justin Crawford, George Valera again, Riley Green, Cedric Mullins. He's locked up long term. He just made the All-Star game. Oh, man. Oh, man. Why am I in this spot? Luis Robert just made the All-Star game. And he doesn't look like he's that difficult to grab. Or maybe he is. I don't have anybody. I'm not giving up Herbert. Not Brady House. Would I give up Matt McLain? Probably not in this situation. I mean, do we want Luis? I can't get Michael Harris. That's who I would want. But I can't get Michael Harris. I could maybe get... I can get Jazz, but Jazz is a true rental. If I give up Matt McLain. I just don't know if I want to do that. I think Matt McLain is the only guy that I could give up that they want. That would make it go through for him. That's a lot to give up for literally a half a year. I don't think that's a good idea. We're giving up so much young pieces in Gavin Williams and Matt McLain. Although, to be fair, they're both 26, I think. And we have younger guys down below. Maybe it's not that bad of a deal. With Byron Buxton out, we need to have a guy that I can trust in playoff time. And there's not many center fielders that I trust. It would be Michael Harris, Luis Robert, and Jazz Chisholm would be the only guys that I would trust. And I don't think we can get Luis Robert if we do this trade. We can't get Michael Harris, so he's out the door. And we can get Jazz. So... do we go for Smooth Jazz? 16 home runs, 47 RBIs, hitting 249. His on base is 327. He's slugging 486. OPS of 814. He's got a 3.2 WAR. He's having a little bit of a down year, but he can play a bunch of different spots. But he's a true rental. He's a half a year, and then the postseason. So we'd have to re-sign him in this offseason. And we'd be giving up Lou Walls, who we have under contract for so long. But he's 28 years old. He's not really ever going to be anything for us. Then we have to give up Matt McLain, who's 26. He can do it all. But we have so much depth in front of him with Bobby Witt, Bo Bichette, Elliot de la Cruz, Brady House. And then in the outfield, we have a lot of depth too. So like Matt McLain just kind of feels like the odd man out. And then with Gavin Williams, does it have to be Gavin Williams? No, it doesn't actually. It can be somebody else. It can be Tink Hence. Do I want to give up Gavin Williams? Probably not. Dylan Lesko probably should stay. Is there anybody down here that gets it done? No. Okay, so it has to be one of these top guys. It has to be not getting rid of Maserati Maz. It could be Tink. I wouldn't be opposed to trading Tink Hence, especially because he's not having that great of a year. I wouldn't be opposed to trading Tink. And we get to save our top 50 prospect, Gavin Williams. So I think this makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, and we get that half-a-year rental. I'm going to do the trade. Smooth Jazz is now a Kansas City Royal. Not what I expected to have to do, but that trade or that injury really hurt us. So Smooth Jazz comes in. He's now the starting center fielder. And good thing about Jazz, he can play a bunch of different spots as well. So if we have another injury, we can make some things happen where he's moving around and playing different spots. So Jazz Chisholm is now our starting center fielder for this last half of the year. I really hope that helps us out, gets us some big wins. Fletcher Woodard is out for 2 to 3 months with a shoulder separation. Man, the injury bug is hitting us like crazy. 42%, we're not going to be able to sign. We're going to lose these guys, aren't we? We are going to lose these guys because they are not signed or interested in us. That is absolutely insane. We're losing a bunch of games. 66 and 42. Guardians are actually starting to come back. He's 45%, and I have him in the first period. I want you, Jared. You might not even be good, but I want you. I just can't offer you a contract. I'm going to lose the rights to my draft picks because we are at July 29th. Today's the trade deadline. We won 2 games against the A's. Oh, man. What a wild turn this took. This is not where I expected this episode to take. But that Byron Buxton injury really got to us. And Roki Sasaki is struggling this year. Not like him to have 10 losses. But Logan Webb, Freddie Peralta, and Brady Singer are all killing it. Yuri Perez is not doing too hot. He's kind of gotten his ERA a little bit higher. So you know what I'm going to do? I think I am going to go ahead with that trade for Joe Ryan. He's 11-6. He's having a pretty good year. This is where we move Asa Lacy. And then who was the other guy that I threw in the trade? I don't remember. Let me just throw in somebody that we don't want anymore. Who was the guy that I forget who it was that I was throwing? Oh, it was one of these two guys. That's right. It was Mike Mayers or Cody. Let's throw in Mayers because he's more expensive. Oh, we have to throw in both of them, actually. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. We'll throw them both in. Asa Lacy for Joe Ryan, basically. And some cap clear outs. Let's do the trade. Bada bing. Asa Lacy's now starting for the Twins. I know that's an in-division trade, but Asa Lacy's really not going to be a problem for us, I wouldn't think. And now we can make Joe Ryan the next guy in the rotation, and hopefully that'll help us out a little bit because he's having a pretty good year, and Yuri Perez can go and not have that pressure. That's going to be our trade deadline. This is the literal last day to sign draft picks. If we don't sign anybody here, we lose our stuff, and we can't sign them. We can't sign any of the guys. Jared Payton is at 48% interest. So he is going to be gone. I don't know if he's going to go into another draft or if he's just going to go into free agency, but Jared Payton is not on our team anymore. We lost the rights to him. That sucks. There wasn't anything I could do. I had him in the #1 spot. He just wasn't interested in signing with us. So our first round, that's the first time that's happened to me. Our first round pick does not sign with us. We signed our second round pick, McKay, or whatever his name was, and we got that relief pitcher, but Jared Payton is not on our team anymore. That's absolutely insane. We do play the Twins. I wonder if we can go up against Asa Lacy at any point. That is actually crazy. So here's our draft picks. Doesn't look too good. We got a 70 potential catcher in Brett McKay, and we got a 73 potential in a relief pitcher in Juan Baez. Those are the only two guys that we drafted. Well, the only two guys that we signed. Was this draft class good? Steven Sizemore's a 95 potential. Anthony Clemens, 97 potential. Jeez. From Pittsburgh. Who else they got? Not a whole lot of like great potentials and stuff, but what a weird draft class. Just he didn't want to sign. There wasn't anything I could do. There was nothing I could do. Rolando Batista's injured, but he should be back. Okay, so we are 3.5 games up on the Guardians. The Guardians have closed the door very quickly since we struggled this end of this month of July. They have closed the door very quickly, and we do play them right here in the end of August. But we do play the Guardians again early September. That might be after the games we have to play in September. Play the Orioles, and we struggle against them. Man, we are just like coming up here limp. Do we play? Ooh, we do play Asa Lacy, and it's Brady Singer on the mound. Very interesting. You know what? I might switch that. So we have Joe Ryan go up against Asa Lacy. Let's just switch that really quickly. Okay, so Joe Ryan's going to go up against his former team, and Asa Lacy's going to go up against his former team in the next episode. What a weird episode. We did the All-Star festivities. It kind of got screwed because Byron Buxton's injury, that really hurt us. Had to make us scramble for a trade. Had to make us scramble to get a trade working, and we did end up getting Smooth Jazz Chisholm, who I do like. But I just feel like we shouldn't have had to make that move. But then the Buxton injury really, really screwed us. And then we ended up getting Joe Ryan, trading away Asa Lacy. And now we're only 2 games back of the Guardians. We've cooled down a lot. I mean, look at all these losses in the last month basically month of games between the two, the end of the month of July and the start of August. We've really come back down to earth. We were playing so well, winning a bunch of games, and with between injuries and just like not playing very well, we have let the Guardians close the gap tremendously. And they are now only 2 games back. So the next 2 months are going to be must watch. You can't miss those episodes because it's going to determine whether or not we keep our spot as the leader in the Central and win the division. It's going to be a massive battle. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. What a wild episode it became. I wasn't planning on it, expecting it to become like this, but that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, boys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.